is CGTN, China Global Television Network.
More than 4 billion people live across this vast continent called Asia, and we are telling their stories. On this edition, Mastering an Ancient Craft, how an Indian man learned martial arts in China and became his country's first Shaolin master.
I never stopped learning. That is the secret of my being a martial artist and still.
Last of their kind, Anatolian nomads in Turkey struggle to keep their traditional way of life against the tide of change. And living in seclusion, a Chinese woman abandons the city for a mountain. Find out why. I'm Shweta Bajaj and this is Assignment Asia. Welcome to the program. In today's show, we explore how people from different parts of Asia are embracing ancient ways of life and holding on to age-old traditions. Here in India, Shaolin masters used to be unheard of. But one man made a name for himself by becoming the country's first Shaolin master after training in Shaolin Kung Fu in China. In Uttarakhand, I met Kanishka Sharma, whose love for the ancient martial art inspired him to train a new generation of Shaolin warriors. He was just 7 when his father's driver introduced him to Kung Fu. That began his love affair with martial arts that has lasted more than 3 decades now. This is the story of India's first and only official Shaolin master, Kanishka Sharma. Kanishka's passion for martial arts was ignited by an unlikely person. His father's driver, a big fan of Kung Fu, introduced Kanishka to movies and books that would leave an indelible impression on his young mind.
When I was 9 years old, 8 years old, he got this movie for me, 36 Chambers of Shaolin. When I finally saw that movie, and one of the scenes, the first scene of 36 Chambers, the monk is sitting and the Gordon Liu, the main actor, he says, I want to join Shaolin, and the monk, he says out, and he does like this, and Gordon Liu flies in the air. That's the highest level of Kung Fu, like chi, without touching you can hit. So I was like, wow, yes, I want to do this.
A Shaolin warrior in India back in the 80s was unheard of. As life and adulthood took over, he pursued an MBA and later joined an Indian company. The love affair with Kung Fu was broken. Disillusioned, he found excuses to escape work and used his free time to learn Kung Fu in a local gym.
So my father said, why do you want to do this? He said, do something which you love doing and turn your passion into the profession, but be the best. And if you have to be the best, you got to go mad over it. These were his last few words. So after his death, I resigned and I came back and I gave my resignation to my mother and she freaked out. She's like, are you joking? I said, no, I'm going.
Initially skeptical, Kanishka's mother eventually came around to supporting him. This time, Kanishka knew he had to commit himself to his lover. His embrace of Kung Fu took him to the world-renowned Shaolin Temple in China. Training at the Shaolin Temple is not for everyone. 7 to 8 hours of physical, mental and spiritual training, demands of constant discipline and dedication, living in an unfamiliar land can all break even the most determined of characters. Kanishka had second thoughts. Homesick, he entertained thoughts of ending his love story.
During that time in 2001, 2, 3, 4, training was really hardcore. So I called my mom from China and, I almost had tears in my eyes because I couldn't speak Chinese at that point of time. I was away from home. That was the second time I traveled abroad after my MBA. And my body was paining. So I was wanting my mother to say, okay, fine, come back, it happens. But she's an iron lady. She just told me on the phone, don't even think of telling me that you want to come back. You better stay there and do what you wanted to do.
With renewed optimism, Kanishka fought through the tough period and successfully emerged as India's first Shaolin master, a dream he first had at the age of 7. Despite the ups and downs, he persisted. Kanishka is not a selfish lover. He wants to spread the love to anyone who wants to embrace it and inspire other people to change their lives through martial arts. This is his labor of love, the Shaolin Gurukul. Gurukul is an ancient Indian practice that requires students to stay with the teacher and learn. Started in 2015, Shifu Kanishka's camp is based on this Indian traditional teaching system. The journey to knowledge and enlightenment is arduous. But his students take the effort, trek up the hills and go through a rigorous training system. Kanishka's teaching style is in line with tradition. Here, it's all about combat and learning the Shaolin way of life. Kanishka teaches the traditional form of Shaolin that is all about the mind, spirit and body. And that's the reason why people from not just all over India, but also all over the world come here to this remote part of Indian Himalayas to learn it. Over the past 34 years, Kanishka has mastered many martial arts. He started with karate and then kung fu. This was followed by the Indian martial art Kalari Paitu. After that, he went to China's Shaolin Temple to learn northern-style Shaolin Kung Fu, and then to the southern Shaolin sect to study a style called the 18 Lohan hands.
There are 3 facets to this Gurukul, which is similar to what I learned from Shaolin, which is Chan, Wu and Yi. Chan means Zen. So you do meditation, it's a way of life. Wu is martial skills. Because if you do too much of martial arts and there is no Zen, you become very aggressive. So balance your mind out, Chan and Wu goes together in Shaolin. Yi is medicine part. If you know how to hurt someone, you should know how to heal him. And I wanted people to come here, learn traditional system, experience, discover themselves here, go through the same training which I went and feel the difference.
Since training at Shaolin Temple in 2001, he has traveled the world spreading the message of traditional Shaolin. He earned the name Xiangzi, which means perfect, given to him by his master for his extraordinary skills. But what matters to him most is being able to promote Shaolin culture through the Shaolin Gurukul.
I think it is when the teacher wants to teach you and the student is ready. It is something else, it's magic. And the Shifu, the word means is teacher like father.
Kanishka has a close relationship with his students.
Before I was doing sports karate for about 3.5 years, but I was not feeling connected to it. Then I decided, that I felt that I have to learn something traditional and this is my life. So after doing my graduation program, I just decided to come to him and start learning from him. When I first came and looked at him, it was like, okay, this is the teacher I was looking for. It was just the energy that told me that, okay, I'm in the right place.
2, 3, leaning forward jab, 1, 2, transition jab, 1.
He has the innate skill. With his entire experience, he's been able to master so many different martial arts and not just learn them for the sake of talking about it, but actually be the best in each.
To say that Kanishka's dream is an unusual one in a country like India would be an understatement. This is clear by the fact that he's not just India's first Shaolin master, but he's also the only official disciple of the Shaolin Temple in China. This means that this unusual journey has come with its own share of struggles. Kanishka follows a strict and disciplined daily routine.
I used to get up at 4:30 in the morning, sleep at 8:30 at night, I had my regimented schedule. So I didn't have friends, I didn't do party and stuff. So there's a lot of labor which went in. I had to sacrifice a lot what young people used to do.
Kanishka aims to be the best at what he does and strives for perfection. He wants to inspire more people to take up martial arts as a profession in a country where it is seen more as a hobby.
I never stopped learning. That is the secret of my being a martial artist and still sustaining in today's world and commanding that respect, because I always believe that respect is earned, it cannot be demanded. Thank you.
Despite the challenges, Kanishka followed his love, even if the journey brought with it countless sleepless nights and travelling to far-off lands. The Shaolin way of life includes a vow of a lifetime commitment to learning. Kanishka made this commitment when he was young and has remained devoted to the love of his life. Kanishka has gone beyond the confines of the Shaolin Gurukul in spreading knowledge of martial arts. He's now a famous man in Bollywood, having trained various actors for their roles in action films. Next on Assignment Asia, we meet Turkey's last Anatolian nomads.
From emerging powers to expanding partnerships, from fighting poverty to combating climate change, booming economies, war-ravaged nations, and everything in between. We capture the changes affecting the most dynamic and diverse continent on the planet, taking you beyond the headlines to the people and their stories. Asia Today, delivering Asia to the world.
For generations, Anatolian nomads in Turkey have sustained their traditional lifestyles. Theirs is a life of constant migration in search of better conditions for themselves and their livestock. But as Michal Bardavid reports from Konya in Turkey, their population is dwindling and their nomadic existence is under threat.
In the dark hours of dawn, they rise. A long day awaits them. They tear down their home and walk for hours before once again settling. They are the last Anatolian nomads called Sarekicili, a term that means the ones with the yellow goats. As the last of their kind, they carry a dying culture, a legacy of their ancestors. The Sarekicili nomads treasure life and the environment.
Dünyanın varoluş bu coğrafyasına tanıklık ediyoruz. Şahitlik ediyoruz. Yoldaşlarımızla birlikte biz de onların bir parçasıyız. Bu heyecanı birlikte tadıyoruz. Birlikte yaşıyoruz. Var olan bu değerleri gerçekten hayatın sonsuzuna kadar götürme çabasındayız. Bunun için bize yaşam sevinci diyoruz.
There are only about 1,000 Sarekicili nomads still living their traditional lifestyle. Every spring, in small groups, they pack all their belongings and livestock to migrate from the coasts of the Mediterranean to the plateaus of Anatolia, walking long distances, grazing their herd.
The needs of the animals define their way of life, but it's more than that for the Sarekicili nomads who believe they have a unique bond with their livestock.
Yoldaş gibi bakarım ona. Yani kendim mesela canım kendi çocuğum gibi bakarım onlara. Çok severim. Çok severim. Tabii ona da kızdığım zaman da olur, öfkelendiğim zaman da olur ama kıyamam. Aç kalsa, susuz kalsa yani ben ona dahil olmam hiç. Biz ona bakarsak o da bize bakar. Severim yani.
Their daily routine is not easy. walking from 8 to 35 kilometers depending on the terrain, weather, and the condition of their herd.
Vallahi işte nasıl geçsin? Sabah erken kalkarız mesela çayımızı demleriz. Erkenden yani. Şimdi malımız da yatmıyor. Aşağıda olsa yani kışladığımız yerde oturduğumuz yerde olsa mesela ilk hareket ettiğimiz yerde yatar o zaman ağıl dolu mal. Havlu içinde olur. Erken kalkarız çayımızı demleriz. İşte kuru hemen kahvaltımızı yaparız. Çobanlar malı sürer gider. Biz de evimizi, çadırımızı yıkarız, toplarız. Göçeriz işte yola devam ederiz.
The process of putting up their tents and tearing them down again every time they move to another place can be tedious. Each Sarekicili family does it almost 200 times a year.
Her şeyi biz yaparız, kendimiz yaparız. İşte ekmeğimiz yiyorsa mesela yıkamız yiyorsa onu hamurumuzu yoğururuz, onu atarız. Geçiler sağlayacaksa geçileri sağarız. İşte böyle. Çamaşırlarımızı yıkarız yolda.
But for most of the nomads, this is an irreplaceable lifestyle, and modern life feels suffocating.
Düşündüğüm zaman mutsuz oluyorum. Mutsuzum. Birkaç gün kapalı mekanda değil, 1-2 saat kapalı mekanda bir konuşma için bile olsa, bir toplantı için bile ise fazla oksijen alamadığımız zaman beynimiz çalışmıyor. Şehirdeki insanlar 3 yıldızlı, 5 yıldızlı, 7 yıldızlı yerlerde konaklayınca zannediyorlar ki kendilerini modern bir hayatta yaşadıklarını zannediyoruz. Ve bizim konakladığımız evlerimizde, o kara çadırımızda buram buram geçmişten, kadimden gelen kültürümüzde yıldızlarını sayamazsınız.
But their nomadic existence has recently seen challenges. Following complaints that their goats were damaging forest lands, the Turkish government in 2012 announced a grazing plan and designated a migration route for nomads.
Bir gelişme daha yaşandı geçtiğimiz süreçte. 2012 yılına kadar biz ormanlık alanlarda hayvan otlatılmasını kesinlikle yasaklamıştık idari olarak. Orman Genel Müdürlüğü'nün politikasıydı bu. 2012 yılında bir yönetmelik yayınlandı ve ormanlık alanlarda da
2012'de bir otlatma planı çıktı. Torba yasadan ama yetmez. Ana yasada olmak istiyoruz. Yani göçer hakkının dünya üzerinde ana yasada geçmesini istiyoruz. Kim ne derse desin.
When the Sarekicili travel, drought is a major problem. For their water supply, they rely on wells along the way. But some have been destroyed. In some villages, locals complain of the nomads' presence and goats destroying their land. Still, the forestry office in Konya has been supportive of the nomads, stressing that nomadic traditions are not only valuable as cultural heritage, but also useful to the environment.
Hayvanların ağaçlara zarar veremeyecekleri boyuna gelmiş ormanlar içerisinde otlatılması birçok tehlikeyi de önlüyor. Yani alt tabakadaki o otları yedikleri için orman yangını çıktığında yangının hızlı ilerlemesini engelliyor hayvanın otlatılmış olması.
It's not only migration that makes nomadic life challenging. As demands for goats shrink, the Sarekicili's main source of income is disappearing.
Though many of the nomads want their culture, their legacy to be passed on to future generations, it seems those living this lifestyle may be the last to do so.
Telefonlar olsun, internetler olsun. Buna gelince şimdiki bizim çocuklarımız biraz da okuttuk. Mecburiyet karşında okul mecbur kaldı. Biz bunları okuttuk. Uşaklar bir anda bizim çocuklar kabak çiçeği gibi açılıverdi yani. Dağın arkasına hemen gördüler yani.
Yet the transition is not easy. Younger nomads in particular find it hard to shift to a settled and modern life, partly due to a lack of education.
Mecburiyet var çocukların eğitimli olması ama temelde ebeveynde şey yok. Eğitim çok yok. Yani çocuk zorlanıyor. Varıyor, oradaki arkadaşlarının arasında da zorluk yaşıyor. Ama bizim çocuklarımızı aldığınız zaman bir profesör kadar değerlidir. Niye? Doğayı biliyor. Yaşam alanlarında teknolojiye bağımsız yaşamayı biliyor.
Yani hayvanlarla birlikte büyüdüm. Yani okulda da okuduğum oldu yani.
Ali Yagar, who is unable to finish school, values his traditional lifestyle.
Burada öyle özgürlüğüm var. Yani mesela diğer devlette mesela kamuoyunda çalıştığımı düşünüyorum. Mesela bir gün bir işi yapmasam kesinlikle bir şey olur. Ya maaşına yansır ya bir açığa falan alınır. Yani kesinlikle bir sıkıntı çıkar. Ama ben bir gün burada çalışmasam mesela diğer abim bakar, mesela babam bakar. Yani kimse bana neden bugün yapmadın yani bir şey demez. Yani böyle bu yönlerden çok güzeldir.
Ki şöyle bir şey var, bu kültür bitecek ama bittikten sonra da herkes pişman olacak bu işte. Geri dönüşüm olmayacak bu işin.
The Sarekicili nomads have applied to be part of UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage Covenant. If and when approved, it could be a ray of hope in preserving their precious culture. For Assignment Asia, I'm Michal Bardavid in Konya, Turkey.
Climate change is also posing a challenge to the Anatolian nomads' way of life. Less rainfall, for instance, means that they no longer can stay in certain places as long as they used to. When we return, why a Chinese woman chose to live on a mountain. Urbanization may be sweeping large parts of China, but some people still prefer to live in seclusion in far-flung areas away from the hustle and bustle of city life. One of them is a young woman who left the city to live in a small hut on a mountain, choosing to live a traditional and quiet life. We traveled to Zhongnan Mountain in Xi'an, which a photographer named Xiangzi now calls home.
我叫祥子，是一名人像摄影师。2013年，我的一位好朋友约我到终南山玩，然后我就发现自己特别喜欢这座山，所以就留了下来。所以今年已经是我在终南山生活的第5年了。它给我的感觉就是特别的古朴，特别的幽静，然后。尤其是我第一次进山的时候，半路就看到很多的土房子，然后就是泥土结构的房子坐落在山坳间，那种感觉就像一幅幅的山水画一样，所以一瞬间就把我给吸引住了。在山里。 我基本就是遵循日出而作，日落而息。现在初夏的时候，我就是每天6点多就起床，然后起床的话就是先把种的菜园浇水，花花草草浇一遍水，然后打扫房间，然后洗漱，然后我会看一会儿书。 最开始的时候也是担心，因为在城市的时候我可以拍照，因为我是一名摄影师嘛。最开始我可以拍照来有一份工作啊，来有一份收入。但是在山里的话，我没有认识的人，然后也没有人找我拍照。我也思考，那在山里的话该怎么样生活下去。 我以前都是摄影师嘛，所以现在偶尔会有人从外面的城市来到山里来找我拍照。每年大概有半个多月的时间，我也会离开山，去到外面的城市，然后给其他人去拍照这样子。所以在山里，我也会有一定的经济来源。不同的季节有不同的活要做，比如说春季就是要种菜，然后秋季的时候可能会要去山上摘野果呀什么的。 终南山它不是一座山，它是一系列山脉，它一共有72个峪口。每当有空的时候，我就会去其他不同的山谷里边去游山，有时候会去拍点照片，比如说我看到好看的风景、好看的花花草草呀，我都会给他们记录下来。偶尔也会去拜访山中的一些其他的住山人。 生命就是一种体验，我们每个人都有内心的梦想，想要去实现。 当然，我们可能会有一些恐惧、一些压力，但是不能因为这些恐惧就停止了前进的脚步。我思考了2天的时间，然后我就还是决定去过一种自己真正喜欢的一种生活，所以我留在了这个山里。有一些人看我拍的照片，然后看我的文字啊，觉得这个山特别的美。但是有一部分人来了以后，他会觉得啊，怎么没有想象中的那么美？这种情况其实我的认为是，即便同样一件事物，每个人对他付出的感情，对他的内在感受是不一样的，所以每个人对他的反应是不一样的。很多人只是看到了山区生活美好的一面，然后他们就是没想到，然后有很多人来了以后，没想到山区生活美好的背后还有很多要考验的，需要去付出的。刚刚到山里的时候也是有点不适应的，山里有的时候，有的地方没有电，然后有的时候水是不够用的，所以就洗澡并不能洗得特别方便，但是时间久了也就慢慢的适应了。因为如果想要停留在山里过这种跟亲近大自然的生活，肯定是要有所舍取。以前在城市生活和工作的时候，就是性格有时候会比较浮躁，比较容易情绪化。然后在山里的生活，每天看到这些山山水水和花草树木，内心会得到很大的一种滋养，山水的滋养一样的。然后时间久了，我的性格就变得越来越平和，越来越包容。一个人在山里生活，我没有感觉到孤独。我的整个人的内在跟这个山的环境特别的契合。在这座山里面生活，我就像鱼儿回到大海一样的。我把我并不需求的东西给放下，比如说城市的那种繁华，然后城市的热闹，这些对我来说，我对它没有需求，所以我就把它从我的生活中减掉。我觉得挣钱的话，就是够自己的日常所需就可以了。我不会因为金钱去让自己失去自己最想要的是自由。我不会因为去挣钱而去做自己不喜欢的事情。17岁开始考大学的时候，因为我想要去学艺术类的专业，但是我家人不同意，所以那个时候比较任性，我就放弃了上大学的机会。然后就是直接去学自己想要学的摄影专业，然后2008年去了北京，也去了深圳，在一些影楼去做摄影师。但是我发现影楼里边很多都是模式化的拍摄，所以2010年我就脱离了影楼，开始了行走式的拍摄。当某一个城市有人跟我约拍摄了，那我就背着我的相机过去给他们拍，然后就以这样的方式，我一个人走遍了中国的南南北北很多个城市，也走遍了东南亚将近数十个国家。我觉得生活就应该做自己喜欢的事情。那几年我就想要去行走，想要去看看外面的世界，所以那些年我就去做了。到目前为止，我从来没有想过要离开这座山，要回到城市去。所以我可以肯定的是，以后的我应该也不会离开大自然。
Xiangzi plans to buy a house in the mountains and live there for the rest of her life. She says she will continue to keep a daily record of her life and will soon write her second book. To know about this story and all the other stories on today's program, do log on to our website www.assignment-asia.com. That's all the time we have this week. I'm Shweta Bajaj. Thanks for watching and do join us again on Assignment Asia.